My name is Oluwatosin. I am a certified fitness professional, and one of my biggest passion in fitness is beyond actively instructing clients like most of us do. So most of us, when we go into the gym or when we go into the fitness world, the first thing that comes to our mind is to work in a gym, or is to have personal clients, or is to have corporate clients, people that we work with directly one-on-one. One of my biggest passion is to look for other business opportunities in fitness industry in Nigeria and Africa that is beyond that. So for example, I want people to start bringing up different things, such as having a proper fitness magazines. We want people that are fitness photographers. We want people that that organize fitness events. That is their core specialization. We want people to create their own niche in different parts of fitness. That is one of the major things that I'm always passionate about. And obviously education. Education is very, very important. And that's why IREP is here. IREP is the #1 and only fitness institute in sub-Saharan Africa right now. And we are accredited by the most important organizations in the world, in Nigeria and in the world. But today we are here to just discuss the introduction to fitness course. And the major part that I'm going to discuss is we're going to talk about the history of fitness. We're going to talk about the importance of the fitness professionals. And we're going to also talk about, the scope of fitness in the health industry. All these three specific topics are important topics. For example, you cannot move forward without learning your history. So in politics, in economics, and in economics, one of the most important things is to understand the history in order to be able to predict the future. Understand your history, understand your present, so you can predict the future. So it's the same thing as predictive analysis. So we are trying to show you the start of fitness in the world. So from the biblical days, from the caveman days, anyone you believe in, to this present time. And I believe I'm a very well qualified person to do this because of the certifications I have. I also have an MBA, professional MBA degree. So I also have the business part of it that's in my head, and I'm trying to always push out to people. So for people that have met me before, we've had discussions before, you can understand my passion when we talk about business, when we're talking about different other things that is beyond just working with your clients. That is beyond just lifting weights in a gym. That is beyond just dancing in a fitness center or in an environment whatsoever. So the first thing we're going to do now is we're going to move to the history of fitness. So you cannot discuss the history of fitness profession without discussing the history of fitness in general. There's no way you want to discuss, for example, the history of the medical profession, the history of doctors, without discussing the history of health generally, the first shaman, the first healers in the world. So one of the major things you have to think about is the cavemen, the first men to be in the world, the first people that came in, and there are a list of people. So there's the prehistoric man, there's the Neolithic agricultural revolution, there's also the Chinese Kung Fu, there's the yoga, there's the Persian empires and Egyptian empires, there's Greek civilization. We have also the Roman and Spartan military dynasty, until this present time, the modern fitness time. Okay, yeah. So we are going to pick these particular phases one after the other. The first one is the prehistoric man. The prehistoric man, the caveman, was the first man in the world. The only reason why he thought of fitness was not to be a fitness professional, to be fit, but because he had to survive. He had to go into the world where there are wild animals. He had to hunt for his food. He had to run. He had to chase. He had to hide. He had to climb. These are the all things that improved his fitness. So once you look at the caveman, you see that he did not just sit down on his own. He was standing up to walk, to push. He was trying to be he was improving his fitness via survival. And that's one of the most important things. When you are trying to survive, your flight or fight response comes into place immediately. So he's trying to climb. He's trying to run. He's trying to chase an animal that is going to hunt. He's trying to run away from an animal that's trying to hunt him. He's trying to climb a tree that is trying to get a fruit from to eat. These are different ways that the prehistoric man, the caveman, used fitness in his lifestyle. So, and this is the first drive for fitness that we've always had in the world. So he had to swim. He fell inside the river for the first time and learn how to swim for the first time. So we have fitness professionals that are swim instructors. We have fitness professionals that are calisthenics people. And he has done this all the time without the drive for profession. He was just doing this for survival. That's the prehistoric man. The next stage is the Neolithic agricultural revolution. This is the first time man actually discovered farming and agriculture. This is the first time man now started dividing themselves into phases where you have the women in the kitchen and where you have a man trying to plow the floor, where you have a man trying to herd his sheep. This was the first phase in agriculture. And this was the beginning of the sedentary lifestyle that we've had. So we have a chief that does not do anything and sits and he orders people to move around. He orders people to hunt. He orders people to farm. He orders the women to cook. He orders other women to hunt also. This was the first time we started having the first set of humans that had the sedentary lifestyle in which they did not do anything. It does not stop because the fact that there were also men that were doing other fitness stuff, from hunting, from running, and from gathering, and so on and so forth. It did not stop it. But the first sedentary lifestyle mentioned in the world is the Neolithic agricultural revolution. Next to the Neolithic agricultural revolution is the Chinese Kung Fu. Ancient civilizations like China and the Japanese karate and so on and so forth encouraged teaching and participation in regular physical activity. And they called this movement Kung Fu. There are different names of this martial arts movement. So we have the Kung Fu, we have the Taekwondo, we have the karate, but Kung Fu was literally the oldest form of regular physical activity. So we had people encouraged to continuously engage in Kung Fu through their meditation, through their movement, so as to, because they had the belief that some movements reduces the occurrence of some disease. So we have the organ malfunctions, we have the internal stoppages. The internal stoppages in this world that we are now is things like the cardiac arrest. The organ malfunction in this world that we have now is things like the kidney failure. Because these are the things that the Chinese civilizations in the times past believed that would encourage exercise. By encouraging people to do exercise, to do different regular physical activities beyond the normal survival way they've always lived, so that to be able to reduce occurrence of cardiac disease, diabetes, and other form of diseases that will affect man's lifestyle. The next phase was the yoga. The ancient Indian dynasty discouraged the desire to engage in fitness activities. They didn't believe in the running, they didn't believe in the jumping, they believed more in spirituality. And they believed also in meditation. And that's where they brought out the first meditative exercise program, which was yoga. So, and this yoga was influenced seriously by their religion, from the Hinduism to Buddhism. And that's why you see that most of the logos of yoga is something depicting someone meditating in the Buddhism or Hinduism also. So it was used to encourage spirituality, and which it also, because of it was used to encourage spirituality, it reduced the importance of fitness in ancient India. So the way the Chinese believed in physical movement with the Kung Fu, the Indian dynasty believed in less physical movement and more spirituality and more flexibility movement. That's the first set of flexibility movement we had. So we now started having exercise programs that were conformed to religious beliefs that today still affect the practice in yoga. There are some of the words in yoga that are used that are not words that you normally use in other exercise programs. And that was the first yoga mentioned in the world. After the Indian civilization, we had the Persian and Egyptian empires. The Persian and Egyptian empires were amazing in the use of fitness because they believed that the biggest, the brightest, the strongest soldiers are soldiers that have gone through enormous training. So it got to the point that they took boys at a particular age from across their Persian empire to train them for strength, train them for stamina, train them for muscular endurance. And these are things that are already in the components of fitness that we have in the modern times. So you can see that the Persian Empire now had their first military training that involved fitness and physical activity. So they had to pick out people, they had to pick out boys from a young age and train them in a specific regime to become the best fighters, to become the best soldiers. And that's why you remember that the Persian Empire was literally the most powerful and the richest dynasty in the world for a very long time. Also with the Egyptian Empire, and you have to remember that the Persian Empire, the Egyptian Empire were like rivals in the world at the particular time. And they both believed in the use of fitness to conquer the world. They believed in the use of fitness to control the world, because of the fitness of their soldiers determined their victory in wars. And victory in war determined economic prosperity for dynasties at this particular time. But now, we can't stop talking about the Greek civilization. The Greek civilization were the first to totally embody the ideal of physical perfection. No, you can say that they were vain. They were literally very vain. They loved to look at their body. They loved their bodies. They wanted to be in the best shape. They wanted to be the best in whatever physical activity they were doing. That's why they brought the Olympics in the first place. Because they wanted to compete with one another. They wanted to show you that I am stronger than you, I am faster than you, I can jump higher than you, I can swim better than you. And this was the first depiction of a professional fitness in the world from the Greek civilization, where we had tutors that trained people specifically for sports, trained people specifically for fitness, apart from wars. You can see the first set we talked about was for survival. We spoke about for the belief that it will reduce disease in the Kung Fu. We spoke about the belief in spirituality in yoga. We spoke about because of the military power that they wanted to have in the Persian and Egyptian Empire. And that's the same way it is in the Greek civilization. The Greek civilization is totally different because they believed in fitness and they appreciated the health and fitness. Unparalleled to anyone throughout history. No one appreciated health and fitness as compared to the Greek civilization in the world. Till today, we are still influenced by the Greek civilizations, from the philosophers to the sports people, like in Olympics and so on and so forth. Yeah. After the Greek civilization, that's when we now add the crazy men, the people that we talk about all the time. We watch their movies, we see them do epic stuff, epic movies, and watch Spartacus, we watch the Spartans 300, we watch different things. These were the first set of people to take fitness to another level after the Persian and Egyptian Empire. And these were the Roman and Spartan military. The Spartan military were known to be the strongest, the most powerful, the most fit set of soldiers in the world. And this was just beyond jumping into wars, carrying knives and carrying swords and trying to fight and kill their enemies. Because they believed in working out, they believed in fitness, they believed in carrying physical activity right from the young age till maturity and continuously. So they had people that were strong from their young age till their old age, and they lived really long, apart from those that were killed in the wars. The Roman military also were powerful, and you have to remember that one of the biggest dynasties in the world were the Greek and the Persian dynasty, the Egyptian dynasty, the Greek civilization, the Roman dynasty. These people at different particular times controlled the world. And one of the reasons why they controlled the world was the might of their soldiers, the might of their military. And the might of their military was dictated by how strong their soldiers are. And the strength of their soldiers were dictated by how fit and what kind of fitness activities did they partake in. And that's about that. Then the next thing was the modern fitness. Now that's where we are. We've moved from survival. We've moved to reduction of diseases. We've moved to increase in spirituality. We've moved to military strength. We've moved to vain and the vanity of the Greece people. We've moved to the second military strength of the Roman and Spartan Empire. And then we are now at the modern fitness. the 28th century ushered the first real boom in commercial fitness, and desire for fitness started its continuous increase in demand, thereby helping creating the modern fitness industry. So in the 20th century, that's when we started having the first set of people coming out to work out actively and specifically for a particular goal. So people came out for aesthetic goals, people came out for cosmetic goals, people came out for health reasons. People started working out because they wanted to reduce their weight. People started coming out because they wanted a specific part of their body to change. People started working out because they wanted to live longer. They wanted their hearts to be stronger, and so on and so forth. This was the first boom, and this started from this launched different people. We had different doctors that came out with specific aerobic exercise systems. We had the Jane Fonda boom at one particular time, that she was the biggest fitness instructor in the world, to more recent times like the Taibo exercise, to more recent times like Zumba, like Pilates, like boxing, like the Shanti, Insanity, and so on and so forth. We now have so many diverse, totally different variety of fixed exercise programs in the world. And now people are exercising for a specific reason and for different reasons at the same time. So you can have three people look the same, be the same age, and still do totally different things. So you have Mr. A wants to be stronger. Mr. B wants to be faster. Mr. C wants to lose his weight. And they are doing different things. So this person wants to be in tune with his spirituality. I wants to meditate more. I wants to do more in sync movement. That's why it's in yoga. You know, this person wants to reduce his weight and wants to improve the quality of his heart. And now that's why the person is doing more HIIT exercises, high intensity interval exercises. This person wants to just run around and just be fit. And that's why this person is doing aerobics. So you see that we have different reasons for different people in the modern fitness life now. That's why we are here. That's why we are talking to each other. That's the reason why we want to learn more about fitness. That's why we want to talk about the best thing that ever happened to us. So you can see that each led to a progression. The survival led to the fact that we did not want to die. That's why we had the coffee, try to reduce death. And the coffee led to the fact that we wanted to be in tune with our spirituality and with our bodies. That's why we came into yoga. The yoga and coffee fused together to create mighty armies that were powerful and changed the world at a particular time, to the Greece people that just loved the way their bodies were. And loving their bodies moved on to us in the modern time. Right now, we love our bodies. We want to look the best that we can. We want to stand in the mirror and say, oh, yes, I like what I see. We want to take pictures. I want people to say, oh, yeah, this is a proper specimen, a proper human specimen. We want to believe that we are as fit as we can be. And you have to remember, for you to say you are fit does not mean that because of you can run 30 kilometers in 20 seconds or 30 minutes, wherever. Or you can jump, or you can lift the biggest weight. Fitness, for you to say you're fit, you have to be totally fit across the whole component of fitness. So you have to be fit cardiovascularly. You have to be fit. You have to have the right muscular strength. You have to have the muscular endurance. You have to have the right flexibility. And your body composition, from your body mass index to other things, are in sync with who you are. That's when you can say you are fit. So if you can lift weight and you cannot run, you are not fit. And that's where the modern fitness comes into place, trying to usher in different various exercise programs for every one of us. Yeah. So what we've discussed now is the history of fitness. And we can see the progression. The next set or trend is to now start predicting what is going to happen next. Now we are in a time of serious lockdown across the world. People have had the highest set of sedentary lifestyle. The last time we had this amount of sedentary lifestyle was in the Neolithic agricultural revolution, when man started agriculture and so on and so forth. So now the next boom is going to be a movement, and that is where we are. That is where every fitness enthusiast is. We want to step up from where we are to a better place. And I hope that the history of fitness will continuously push us to be better than where we are now and to be our optimal best. Thank you. Now, I hope you were able to get as much information as you could from the importance and the history of fitness. So the next thing we are going to discuss is the we are going to discuss the importance of fitness as a profession. So, importance of fitness as a profession is enormous, and it's important because we taking this serious, we moving into a particular place where we want to be the best that we are, is important in the fitness world in general. So from education to variety to different spheres, the fact that we have people that call themselves professionals and they guide themselves by ethical codes of a profession, we always make sure that we guide everyone that we work with, everyone that does any physical activity. So, and there's no way you can talk about the importance of fitness as a profession without talking about the fitness professional. The fitness professional is important because of their education. They are educated in such a way that they can work with almost every single client and take them from a poor state or from where they are to a better stage, from a point of normal lifestyle to an optimum health. And you have to remember that education is important. You can't be a fitness professional without you being educated in fitness. So if you are educated and you studied, for example, architecture in school, and you're a fitness professional, you are not educated as a fitness professional. If you're a doctor, if you have a PhD in English language, and you're a fitness professional, and you don't have any form of education in fitness, you are not an educated fitness professional. An educated fitness professional is one that is educated in fitness, that has fitness education, that understands the movement of the body, that understands the functions of the body, that understands the relation of each physical activity to different goals and to the human body. It is absolutely important. So, for example, that's why we are here. That's why IREP is here, to educate fitness instructors, to educate fitness enthusiasts. What you are doing, what you've been doing for the last 10 years, and you think you're experienced, might have been wrong. So you've had people that are 10-year experience, 20 years, that have 10 years experience, that have 20 years experience, have totally bad experience. And the most painful part of this is that because of you are working with the human body, and the human body doesn't have spare parts. For example, once you twist your ACL, your anterior cruciate ligament, once you tear it up, you can never be back to optimum health again. And you can see, in footballers. Footballers have anterior cruciate ligament injuries. They go out for a year. By the time they come back, they are not as fast as they were. They are not as strong as they were. And that's the way the human body is. Once you make a mistake, you can't get it back. And that's why education is important. For you to be able to know this range of movement is wrong, for you to know that this particular posture is wrong, this form is wrong, for you to know that this particular thing is wrong for this person, for you to know the body type of the person you're working with, for you to know the kind of intensity to give to each client or to yourself, education is important. And that's one of the major importance of the fitness professional. Another importance of the fitness professional is variety. Variety in terms of no matter who you are, no matter where you are from, no matter what you do, no matter your body type, no matter your goal, the fitness professional is ready and is equipped to help you get to that particular goal. So we have different people, as we discussed in the history of anatomy and history of fitness. We have people that they want to run 10 kilometers faster. They want to lift 150 kg weight. They want to they want their cardiovascular endurance to be better than the way it is now. And they come into the fitness environment and they meet the fitness professional. And the fitness professional can discern their goals and can work with them across board. And this is beyond fitness. Fitness does not discriminate anyway. You cannot discriminate according to religion. You cannot discriminate according to ethnicity. You cannot discriminate according to profession, occupation. It does not discriminate. Our main goal as a fitness professional is to take people from this point to an higher point, from a lower point to an optimum health. Next part, that is the importance of fitness professional, are the goals. Goals. The fitness professional helps you set smart goals. So people come into the gym with so many ridiculous goals. For example, your wedding is in the next 3 weeks. You are a size 12. You want to come into a size 8 in the next 2 weeks. Or you come into the gym and say, my stomach is too big, I want to reduce it. Or you say, when I climb the staircase, I'm always tired. I want to climb the staircase. I just want to climb that staircase well. I want to carry my children and jump up. Those are the kind of goals that we have around when people come into the fitness environment. It is the work of the fitness professional to be able to pick that goal, extract as much information as they can or she can, and make the goal a smart goal. A smart goal is specific. A smart goal is measurable. A smart goal is achievable. A smart goal is realistic. And a smart goal is timely. It has a time to it. So for you saying that you just want to reduce, you want to have flat stomach, that is not a smart goal. A smart goal is you want to reduce 20, you want to reduce 3 inches off your stomach circumference in the next 3 months. So you can say that you are specific. You have 20 inches. That's what 3 inches. That's what you want to reduce. The next thing, it's measurable. You can measure it. So you can see that it can go from 0.5 inch to 2 inch to 3 inch. You can measure it. It's something you can measure. Is it achievable? Yes, in 3 months you can do that. Is it realistic? Yes, you can obviously do that. It has been done. People are doing it now, and it's still going to. People are still going to do it. And is there a time to it? Yes, in 3 months. That is what a goal should be. A goal should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. And when people come into the gym, people don't think of this. It is the work of the fitness professional to be able to discern this and extract right information to help you create a smart goal. And once you create a smart goal, the fitness professional cannot create an exercise program for you to meet that goal. An exercise program is a bespoke plan for each individual, each client. So for example, no two clients will have the same plan. For example, they come in for 2 different things. And this person wants to lose weight, this person wants to gain weight. You cannot give them the same thing. Exercise programs are bespoke to the individual. Even in group exercise, in group exercise classes, we still have bespoke classes for them. And the instructor, the group fitness instructor, can see and can discern how to organize their classes to fit the exercise program for each person. And that's one of the major importance of fitness professional. And one is one of my passion, because I feel like exercise programs, exercise plans are not things that you can do easily. You have to be educated, you have to be certified. They have theories that you're supposed to know before you can design an exercise program. But what we have to do is fitness professionals, fitness enthusiasts, waking up one morning, going to Google, how to lose weight. And you see, jump 3 times, jumping jacks 20 times, kill yourself, jump, run, so on and so forth. But that's not what you're supposed to do. That's just a generic plan. What you need is an exercise plan. And the only way you can know this exercise plan is to have these theories on check, is to have these principles of check. The FIT principle, where you know the frequency, the intensity, the intervals, the time. You have to know all these things. And if you are not certified, if you are not educated, if you are not a professional in your industry, you can't do this. The next thing is motivation, which we all know, which is the most annoying part of the fitness industry. People look at fitness trainers and like, guy, you are disturbing my life. Why are you stressing me? When your fitness trainer says, come on, let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. You are annoyed. You don't want that. You're tired. But you have to know that it's the job of a fitness professional to motivate you. Usually, when we start exercising and start getting gains. At a particular point, we hit a plateau where no matter what we do, no matter the intensity, we are just there. We cannot continue anymore. It is the job of that fitness professional to motivate you enough and take you from that point to a better point, to a higher point. Motivation can come from shouting. Motivation can come from gifts. For example, I worked in a gym at one particular point. And after the class, what I did is that everybody go on, let's do a plank competition. The person that wins this plank, that can stay on the plank for the longest time, gets free Lucozade boost for the week. That is motivation. You have a set of clients. I say your best client for the month is going to get a spa treatment. That is motivation. Motivation is also the same shouting, the same 1, 2, 1, 2, let's go, you can do this. That is also motivation. I don't count 1 to 10. I don't count 1 to 5 in exercise because we are wired in our system to stop at 10, 5, 15, or 20. So every time I do exercise, any exercise with anyone, I stop at 13, I stop at 17, I stop at weird numbers, odd numbers, strange numbers. That is part of my motivation to my clients. I tell them that 10 is not your stop time. So if you hear me say 10, do not stop. It is part of my motivation to my clients. And that's how important fitness professionals are in the fitness industry. So without the fitness professionals, then you will not have people that are educated enough, that know the variety, that know the particular goals, that can design exercise programs, that can motivate their clients and people in the right way to meet their proper goal. Yeah. So the next part that we're going to discuss is the scope of fitness in the health industry. The health industry is wide. Fitness instructors, fitness professionals don't tend to see themselves as part of the health industry. And it's totally wrong. I get that we are a fitness and wellness industry, but the fitness and wellness industry is tied in and keyed in into the health industry. And WHO has defined health as state of complete physical, mental well-being, and not just the merely absence of disease or infirmity. So from what you can see on my screen, you can see the health continuum. The health continuum shows you the treatment model and the wellness model, the premature death and the optimal well-being. As a fitness professional, you have to know that you are not part of the treatment model. Traditional health practitioners like doctors, nurses, physiotherapists, like doctors, nurses, physiotherapists, pharmacists, dentists, aim to bring people from point of premature death to the neutral point. The neutral point is the point of homeostasis, the point of no sickness at all. That is that point, the neutral point. That's the work of these traditional health practitioners. While the fitness professionals take you from that neutral point to optimal well-being. So who is the most important? Because by the time you are at a neutral point, it's easy for you to get to premature death. But by the time you're at optimal well-being, you still have to get to the neutral point till you get to the premature death. That is how important fitness and wellness is in the health industry. So fitness professionals should be able to bring themselves up to the level where they believe in they have a strong belief system in what they do. So you should know that you don't take people from the premature death to the neutral point. You always take from the neutral point to the optimal well-being. And this is important. For example, when you go to any fitness environment, one of the first major things they're supposed to ask you to fill is a PACU form. The PACU form is a physical activity readiness questionnaire. The PACU form is supposed to now show the fitness professional that they are totally well. The kind of questions you see in the PACU form is, do you feel dizzy when you work out? Do you have any cardiovascular health problems now? Do you have any kidney problems? Do you have anything that affects you from physically doing fitness activities? Because that is the point. Because immediately if somebody thinks yes, the person needs a traditional health practitioner. So the person is trying to run away from premature death back to neutral point. The person is not in the neutral point. And it's important to tell fitness professionals that you do not diagnose. That is not your job. You have no reason to diagnose. Physiotherapists can diagnose and send you to a fitness professional to help you guide your client to their optimal well-being. But you do not diagnose. You do not say, oh, this leg that is broken is a sprain. Apply this and apply that. You do not diagnose. You do not prescribe any form of training to your clients. So you can see this now. The traditional healthcare professionals, such as doctors, nurses, pharmacists, physiotherapists, dentists, work with the aim to bring people back to the neutral point of symptom-free. While fitness professionals work with people who are seemingly healthy and have no risk of and at low risk of increased illness, and those who wish to optimize their present health, they do not diagnose or prescribe treatment. One of the other major points of this health continuum is the fact that fitness professionals should and always refer clients to other professionals once they have passed their scope of fitness. So, for example, the scope of fitness in the health industry. For example, the person has a sprained ankle. It is not your job to nurse the person back to health. Take the person to a physiotherapist. Call a physiotherapist. So you should have a number of a physiotherapist. You should have a number of a doctor. You should have a number of a masseuse. You're not one of the major important parts of fitness is massage. People always talk about massage, and fitness professionals massage all the time, but it's not their job. People that massage, the masseuse or masseur, they totally learn their craft. They spend time, they spend hours learning the human body, where to touch, where not to touch. So if you see a fitness professional touching you now, you should know that this is not his work. You're not supposed to massage any part of my body, except if the person has a certificate in massage therapy, and which you can easily get done if you want to. So the whole point of this system is to be able to discuss how the history of fitness affects us today and how it's going to affect us in the future, and also how the history of fitness affects the importance of the fitness professional and how important fitness is as a profession in the world that we are today. Because of the importance of fitness professional keys into the importance of fitness as a profession. Because of without the fitness professional, you are not going to have the fitness industry in the first place. And the fitness industry is beyond the fitness professionals. And that's one of the most important things I like to tell people. Because if you're a fitness professional does not mean you're the only partaker in the fitness industry. Just like in the music industry, the musicians are not the only people in the music industry. They're just like a slight percentage, maybe 20 or 30% rather. We have the people that are the A&R. We have the bloggers. We have people that they are managers and so on and so forth. These are all people that are part of the entertainment or music industry. That's the same way it is in the fitness. We have people that their jobs is to design amazing fitness events, from the CrossFit games to the Reebok games, also to different things, to obstacle challenges and so on and so forth. These are people that think in their own mindset to bring out things that will innovate and totally change the fitness industry. And that is one of the reasons why I always try to motivate people to think beyond actively training with your clients. Think beyond just working out. Start thinking of ways to change the game. The people that we have that design Pilates, that design Taibo, that design boxing, that design Zumba, Strong by Zumba, and so on and so forth, are humans. They're fitness professionals just like we are. And these are the things that you can do. Boxing was designed by Joel Uzamero. Zumba was designed by somebody else. So you can come up with your own particular routine, get a particular theoretical part of it, and get a proper structure to it, and bring it out and push it. Trademark your name, change it. You can say tossing feet, tossing jump. That is a jumping exercise, jumping routine. You can do what you want to do with it and push it to make it be the best, one of the best in the industry. And that's how you move up in the industry. You're not just going to sit and train 20 clients and feel like you've arrived. You're not. And you have to also remember that in your scope, you're not supposed to do anything beyond before the neutral point in the health continuum. It's not your job. You do not talk about sit-ups, you do not talk about size, you don't talk about disability. It's not your job. Let the doctors refer to you, and now it's your job to take people from that point to a high level of wellness, to an optimum health. And that's what the fitness industry is in the health industry. So thank you very much for now.
Yeah, so I'll be talking about the basic skills, like the basic competencies you need as a fitness professional, and also job opportunities as a fitness professional. And like I was saying, I said I feel I'm qualified and capable to take you on this course due to my my experience. It doesn't look like a long time experience or 50 years experience in fitness, but I'm fully armed and aware of the fitness industry and also the educational part of it. So let's just dive into it straight. Challenges faced by fitness professionals and how to solve them. First off is the lack of finances. You know, I can remember when I was starting the fitness industry, I just finished my NYSC. I was just looking for job opportunities related to physiology, and it was really tough for me to get things going. And you know, I was like, I want to be a personal trainer. You know, I need to get these gadgets. I need to get a timer. I need to get some things for assessment and all that. You know, I needed to do a certification course or something. So there's a lot of things you put in mind when you want to get into fitness overall. But the main thing you need to know is that you need to start small. And in case you don't have enough finances to pull through, there are options from family. You get a loan from the bank, but if you're getting a loan from the bank, you know, you have to have good collateral and all that. But lack of finances, especially in Nigeria, is one of the things that's one of the problems or the challenges you first face in getting into the fitness industry, because you feel like you want to get some equipment, you need to get them a stopwatch, you need to get them dumbbells and all that. But something I learned when I started was that you can start with what you have. Basically, if you have the right knowledge, and if you have the passion for fitness, you can start with what you have and build on it. I started with nothing, and I didn't have the equipment, I didn't have this, but one thing I made sure I did was to get the proper certification and the proper education for me to be able to be a professional in the industry. And that's why the Institute of Registered Exercise Professional is here, and there are other institutes globally that you can just get to do your courses, whereby you're informed about the processes and the right things you're supposed to do in the industry. The next thing is the insufficient or no knowledge about your target market. Yes, most times we want to get into the fitness industry, but you don't know what you want to specialize in. Everybody's like, well, yes, I just want to help this guy lose weight. I want to help this lady lose weight. You just need to jump here and jump there. You just want to do physical activity, but no, you need to know what you want to do in the fitness industry. You need to set that plan out. Do you want to be a weight loss trainer? Do you want to be a bodybuilder? Do you want to be, there's something we call a GP referral. Do you want to work with the medical doctors or the medical system and treat people through physical activity? People that have sedentary lifestyle diseases like obesity, hypertension. So you need to have those things in mind. And apart from that, if you get clients, you need to know the fitness level of those clients. So let me give you an example. You have an elderly man who has a back pain, for example, and he comes into the gym and he wants to use whatever machine in the gym, and you are a fitness professional, you should be able to advise that man and say, okay, he has back pain. First off, you need to get his medical history. If he can work out or not, you need to get a consent from the doctor to know, okay, can you continue to manage this situation, or this man needs medical attention before he gets physically active. So you need to know what market you're targeting. If it's the elderly or if it's the youth, people between the range of 20, 25 to 30. For me, when I started, my target market was, I was actually looking into weight loss and people between the ages of 25 to peak of 40. So I knew that I wanted to work with these people. So I did some research on what are the requirements, what are the challenges. Like, for example, someone that is 25 will be very physically active. The person will want to be running on the treadmill at 5 miles per hour or something. I know that, okay, to train this person, I require like an advanced knowledge on what I can do for the person to accomplish his fitness goal. And there's a part in the fitness trainer course, that's a level 1 course, where you're able to know the heart rate zone, or the heart rate. Let's just talk about the heart rate zone, just the heart rate zone of whatever workout you're doing, whether it's for weight loss or cardiovascular fitness, or whether it's for intense hardcore. So I had the knowledge of that because I just finished doing my certification course. So I was able to arm myself with enough knowledge of my target market, basically. Inaccurate planning. Yes, inaccurate planning is a very, very big problem. Most people want to be, they want to be jack of all trades. You want to help people to lose weight. You want to help people to build muscle. You want to help people with their diet plan already, and you're just a fitness trainer. There's something we call in the fitness professional, there's what we call referral. You need to be able to refer goals of people's fitness aspirations to different aspects of the allied health care sector. So we have nutritionists, we have people that are PTs, that's personal trainers, we have dietitians that you refer to. So you're a fitness trainer and your role is to train people. And of course, there are different levels. I'm sure when in Mr. Joel's part is going to take you through all the different stages in becoming a fitness professional. But one thing I want you to know is for you to be able to plan properly, you need to know that there could be changes when you create a plan for someone. For example, let's talk about what happened during coronavirus. a lot of gyms or fitness centers had already put in place online online training facilities that they can use to train their clients. There were some gyms that they weren't able to do anything because they did not anticipate anything to happen. Like the coronavirus just hit everybody, and these online systems were there, social media was there. People were not on social media doing anything, but people that were prepared before this happened were able to, gear up and were able to still make some income because they were able to anticipate whatever was going to. They were able to just anticipate that there will be changes. They didn't know what flexible to be able to give room for whatever changes might happen in the fitness industry. So if you're starting out as a fitness trainer and for example, you started doing personal training, but you're not a certified personal trainer, you know that you have some required skills to do that, but you're also working on your certification. That means if job opportunities come for a personal trainer, you should be ready to take it on, basically. Then the other challenge is the one-way approach. People get to social media, or you might just be reading a blog or something because everything is online now, And for example, like if maybe someone says that the only way to lose weight is through cardiovascular exercises. Whoa. And that is what you keep in mind for like forever. You don't want to, you're not flexible, you're not learning more, researching more. Then that is going to really affect or poison your mind concerning being a fitness professional. People just think that, okay, to lose weight, you have to go this way. You have to walk on the treadmill, run, do aerobic exercises. But that's not the correct thing. For you to lose weight, you need to be able to combine cardiovascular exercises with training. You can lose weight with cardiovascular exercises, and you can lose weight with resistance training. So that one-way approach thing is I call it a stereotype or a paradigm that most fitness professionals have. So you might just have like a set of fitness trainers that believe that this is the only way you can lose weight. This is the only way you can build muscle. No, you need to also have it in mind that people have interests which they might feel like you have to just agree with us that this is what it is. But no, you need to compare from different resources. There's what we call critical analysis and critical thinking. You need to, go to ACSM, go to IREP, go to NACSM or something, check what they are saying about this topic and see that, okay, this thing is in congruence. We are all talking about the same thing and this is right. But if you're just checking, you just go on Google how to lose weight and you just say, okay, this is what they said. Or you go to YouTube and this is what they said on YouTube and you're just following those things. No, you need to look at professional standards, go to institutes like IREP and like I mentioned, ACSM, American College of Sports Science, and look at what's happening. Look at recent studies to be able to know what's going on in the fitness industry. And this is very similar to misinformation. Like I said, you need to check the facts. You need to check the facts because there's a lot of jargons on the internet, about how to achieve different fitness goals. You need to be able to check the facts and know what you're really doing. Let's talk about job opportunities briefly for fitness professionals. There's a list of job opportunities: sports and exercise nutritionist. So, like I said previously, there's something we call referral in the exercise, or let's say the fitness industry. So you can see this list of people. We have this exercise nutritionist, kinesiologist, exercise physiologist, nutrition diet coach, physical therapist, personal trainer, health club manager. These guys are unique. I'm a fitness trainer doesn't mean that I'm a nutritionist. I'm a nutritionist doesn't mean I'm a personal trainer. If someone comes to me and I want to take the person on personal training, my role is to create an exercise plan. When it comes to the diet plan, of course, I'll have a basic knowledge about it, but I will refer to an exercise nutritionist or a dietitian to do that. So let me just break down what this means. I'm sure it might look like ambiguous words for you. An exercise nutritionist is someone that takes care of your nutritional needs based on your goals. So for someone someone that wants to achieve weight loss, nutritional needs are totally different. For someone that wants to build muscle, the nutritional needs are totally different. So their work is to be able to analyze, they will do their assessment, analyze your nutritional needs, they do tests and all that. A fitness trainer cannot be doing tests on what nutritional needs your body needs. Kinesiologists help to enhance body movement. Kinesiology is basically the study of body movement. So these guys are sports related. So football clubs or let's just put it in quote, sporting clubs require kinesiologists that can advise on how let's say how they can advise on how their players can improve their movements in whatever sporting activities they do. But now let's talk about exercise physiologists, because I know I can talk on this for like for like an hour, but I'll just break it down because this is this is my thing. So the role of an exercise physiologist is to look at the acute and chronic adaptations or reactions of the body to physical activities. So what we do is to test, like we run different tests on people. So like, for example, let's say, let me just choose one of the clubs here, like Manchester United. You take a player and see there's an exercise plan that's been created by a fitness trainer already. And this person is, for example, is doing maybe a 5 mile run on the treadmill. So you want to see over time what's the acute impact. Acute means what is the immediate impact of that exercise on the person's body. And when you're talking about the body, you talk about the different components from the heart to the lungs to the muscles to the bones. You want to see the acute, like the immediate effects. Then after testing for over, like, let's say 3 months, you want to see the chronic. Chronic means the long-term effect of the exercise or physical activity on this person. So we have different categories of people that swim, people that run marathons, people that cycle. So you want to see the effect of probably cycling for 10 miles. You want to see the effect of this person immediately, and you want to also see the effect of this thing on this person for a long period of time. Then after you're able to do that, you now do some critical analysis and see that, okay, is this beneficial for a population of within a range of 20 to 25? Do we advise them to become more physically active by riding and by cycling or by swimming? Because we were able to do a research and compare and see that, okay, this person did this for a particular period of time, and this was the impact on his cardiovascular indexes, for example, maybe the blood pressure and all that. You want to see that, okay, how does this exercise affect blood pressure? How does this exercise affect oxygen consumption? How does this exercise bring about muscle growth? How does this exercise bring about weight loss? So the core role of an exercise physiologist is just to analyze and do the research and give back to people like the American College of Sports Science and IREP to be able to adjust whatever courses you're teaching, to be able to explain to fitness trainers and other allied health professionals on what can be done to improve the optimal well-being of everyone. Like the nutrition and diet coach is very similar to a nutritionist. A physical therapist comes at injury, so the person helps injured people from exercises to regain back their strength and come back again to optimal health. But like I said, all these job opportunities are allied health professionals. So as a fitness trainer or a fitness professional, you should know that you're an allied health worker, and you're one of those technical people that the health industry needs. So you don't have to feel like I'm just a fitness trainer and I'm like, I don't have any impact in the world. Your impact is very big. A doctor cannot do what we do. A nurse cannot do what we do. A neurosurgeon cannot do what we do, because like if Tosin explained the healthcare continuum, our job is to take people to optimal health. So when people are drawn back to the other side, where medical attention is needed, where they have to do surgery, that is not optimal health. We want to avoid people from taking drugs. We want to avoid people from going for surgery and just living their optimal life, basically. Health club manager has to have the capability to manage an health club. An health club can have a gym, a fitness center, a spa. There's a lot of components of fitness that are in an health club. So basically, let's move to the basic knowledge, skills, and abilities of fitness professionals. Okay, so we have about 8. Let's say basically 7, and I'll just run through them one by one. Oh, I think I've already talked about exercise physiology, but I'll just give you some more insight on what you need to be competent and the skills and abilities that you need for this different aspect. In terms of exercise physiology, you want to know the health-related components of fitness. So health-related components of fitness are hierarchical. They're from like there are 5 major ones: your cardiovascular fitness or cardiovascular endurance, muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, and your body composition. So they are arranged like that with regards to their level of importance. The first one is cardiovascular fitness. It is the most important. You can't be a bodybuilder and you don't do cardio and you say you're fit. Tosin mentioned that already. You can't be a yogi and your cardiovascular fitness is low and you say you're fit. For you to be totally fit, you need to have cut across all these components of fitness that I listed and say you're fit, from cardiovascular fitness, cardiovascular endurance to muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility and all that. And if you're doing different routines exercises, for example, let's say, yoga. Let me just zoom in on yoga. Some people feel that yoga, for example, is just flexibility, but there are different. I think for my research, I was able to see that there are different classes and levels to yoga. There's this yoga. I don't know. I can't really say that. I don't want to make mistake in the names, but I know that there's a yoga in which the speed is faster than other forms of yoga. And I'm sure when the speed of a yoga session is, there's going to be some cardiovascular components in it, which I believe. So you're doing different exercises, you need to make sure you're touching all components of fitness to be able to achieve whatever goals you want. So some people always make mistakes with other components of fitness which are not health. They are not health based. For example, your agility, your pace, balance, power. Those are not health related components of fitness. As a fitness professional, except if you're trained for sport related training, that's when you now have to do. You need to know about, and you need to really work on agility and pace, balance, power, and all that. But like I said, I already listed the health related components of fitness. Then you need to also be able to notice the physiological changes in the person. For example, someone comes to the gym for the first time and the person is having shortness of breath. Of course, remember, if the person is having shortness of breath, you need to check to see if the person has a clearance from a doctor, a consent from a doctor. If there's no underlying medical issue, then of course, if the person starts working out for a while, the person comes to shortness of breath, maybe it's climbing up the stairs and the person gets up the stairs and the person is panting, like tired. But of course, if the person works out for over a month, 2 months, 3 months, you should be able to see some changes. So physiology is like is the human body function. So you should be able to see that this person has, like, that shortness of breath has gone and the person is breathing properly. So those are the things you need to notice, and those are the components and skills you need to learn as a fitness professional. And in our EFT and FT, you'll be able to get to understand more deep things about exercise physiology, because it's a whole course content on its own. Basic nutrition and weight management. Of course, we should know the classes of food: carbohydrates to proteins, fats, and oils, water, and all that. So you should be able to know that, okay, what are the classes of food and what are the benefits of these classes of food? What is the role of carbohydrates in the body? It's an energy giving food. I know nobody can forget about that one. What is the role of carbohydrates? Energy giving food. Of course, carbohydrates is an energy source to the body. Proteins are body builders, and fats and oil. Fats and oils are also energy producers, but they also have stuff they do in the body, like protect vital organs and all that. And water is essential in the body. And you also need to know some basic knowledge about weight management. For example, you need to know what a calorie is. You need to know what calorie burn is or calorie loss is. So now let's talk about weight loss here, because I know. Let me just zoom on that, because I know that's what everyone is interested in weight management. Yeah. So for example, for men, a range of the requirements for your daily calorie requirements is between 2,300 to 2,400 calories. Yeah. And this guy comes to your gym, or this lady comes to your gym. I'm talking about a guy. So he comes to your gym and the person wants to lose weight. And you know that this is daily requirements for him to be able to perform whatever activities. Maybe he's talking, like as I'm talking, I'm burning some energy. maybe he's walking and all that, you know that this is the basic requirements for him to, basic metabolic calorie requirements to do all this in a day, and this person is fat. So how does the person lose weight? The person needs to do a calorie deficit. I'm sure everyone here that has been reading, researching through the internet or going for courses, you know, when you want to lose weight, you talk about calorie deficit. Yes, you need to know that calorie deficit is cutting down on your calorie intake. Your body already requires this to do that. Your body, the fat in your body is energy, is calorie, as in unused calories stored up. So if you reduce your calorie intake, your body will, of course, without exercise, will start taking up energy from the fat stored in your body. Of course, you don't advise people because they want to lose weight, they now start fasting 21 days fast. No, there's a way you plan that as a personal trainer, which you should, if you're deciding to take on our courses, or if you want to take on other courses anywhere, you need to know how that is being done. So, but let me now go to the part that if you want to add weight, you need to do a calorie surplus. Of course, bodybuilders are a very good example of people that want to add weight. They do calorie surplus to be able to meet up their body's metabolic need to add weight and all that. So basically, health-related fitness assessments. As a fitness professional, you need to know about health-related fitness assessments. So when someone comes to the gym, how do you assess the person to know if the person is fit, or to know whether the person, Mr. Joel already talked about, where you asked a question about BMI. You need to be able to know what are the indices that are required for a full health-related fitness assessment. So in terms of cardiovascular fitness, there's a way you assess cardiovascular fitness, and there's a YMCA test, there's a beep test. But let me just mention those two. You can just note it down to check them out after this course. YMCA 3-minute steps test, and a beep test. So these tests are done to know your level, to know whether your cardiovascular fitness is excellent, very good, or poor. And let me just throw in this tip. So if you do, of course, when someone comes when you want to start taking on people, you need to do a assessment by checking their blood pressure to know whether the person is having a normal blood pressure, or the person is hypertensive, and the person needs a doctor's consent. There's one part you also need to do, which is the resting heart rate. The resting heart rate is usually between 60 to 70. Of course, if someone is not cardiovascularly fit, the resting heart rate should be up, like from, let's say, 80, 90, some people 100. Because at the rest, your heart is not supposed to be beating that fast. It's supposed to be chilling, like relaxed and pumping. So if someone comes to you and you take the person on cardiovascular fitness, for example, if the person comes with 100 beats per minute at rest, of course, after your training over 3 months, the resting heart rate should have reduced. So that is an assessment. You should be able to see that, okay, this person, and of course, if the person, the stamina could have also increased, but we're talking about scientific indexes that you can use to check if this person is actually achieving his goals. So that's one thing you can check as well. Then in terms of muscular strength, muscular endurance, there's what we call the 1 rep max, and we have the push-up tests and all that. So in terms of 1 rep max, is the amount of weight you can push only once and you can't push anywhere. And that is an index that you use to, if you're creating a plan, that's what you use as a reference to say, is the person going for muscular strength, is it going for hypertrophy, is it going for body toning? In terms of body toning, that's muscular endurance, and the person should be carrying between 40 to 60% of that 1 rep max that you get. And if it's strength training, between 70 to 80%. If it's hypertrophy, between 75 to 85. So all those indexes are there, in which you learn at a higher level. Maybe say you learn some introduction in the AFT. Yeah, I'm sure if you've done the assistant fitness trainer with us, you should be able to know. You should be able to relate to what I'm saying. Or if you're a fitness trainer, you've done the fitness trainer certification, you should be able to really relate to what I'm saying. Then in terms of flexibility, there's a flexibility test, the sit and reach test, which measures the flexibility of your lower back muscles and the tendons in your posterior thigh and knee region. So posterior means at the back, basically. So those health-related fitness assessments helps you to create a goal. And when you're trying to create a goal, it has to be SMART. The SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. If you create a goal and it's not smart, it's not a goal. For example, someone comes to the gym, okay, I want to lose weight, I'm 100 kg and I want to lose 15 kg, for example. How do you set that? How do you make that goal smart? First of all, after doing the assessment, checking the person's body weight, let me just give you like a statement to tell you what a smart goal, to give you an example of what a smart goal is. Okay, Mr. Tosin wants to lose 10 kg in 3 weeks. Is the goal smart? One, is it specific weight loss? Is it measurable? 10 kg, he wants to lose 10 kg. Is it achievable in 3 months? Of course, it's achievable. Is it realistic? It's realistic. Is it time bound? It is time bound. So all those things, those indexes are what you use to know that this goal is smart. And of course, the goal of Mr. Tosin, Mr. Dari is totally different, or Mrs. Anderson, or different names. So goals are unique. Someone cannot come to you and say he wants to lose weight, and you say, oh, weight loss is the same goal with Mr. Tosin. But they are both losing weight, but they have different body types and they have different weights that they came with on you taking them on. So you know that goals are bespoke, goals are different, goals are unique. Safe and efficient exercise. This is where, as a fitness professional, you should know that taking people through an exercise routine should be safe and efficient. We are trying to introduce you to fitness, and we are trying to explain what you need to be able to achieve this. For you to be able to take someone through a safe and efficient exercise, you need to know what the gym session is. You need to know what the warm-up is. You need to know what the main cardiovascular resistance component is. You need to know what the cool down is. And how will I explain? These are in levels and they need to flow in that same way. You need to be able to know that when you want to start your workout, you warm up, and your warm up has components in itself. It has the pulse raiser, the preparatory stretches, then you go into the main workout, which should last at a particular intensity. And in terms of intensity, this has to do whether if the person is doing cardiovascular exercise or person are trying to achieve weight loss, the person has to be working at a particular range, say between 60 to 70% for weight loss, say between 70 to 80% for cardiovascular fitness. So those things are what you will learn on your way of certification, or trying to research more and dive into fitness as a profession. So you should be able to know all those things. And in terms of lifting weights or trying to do bodybuilding, you need to know 1 rep max. Those things are the things you need. So exercise is not just magical; it's scientific. If you don't have those things written down, or if you don't do the assessment, you can't be able to know what you're doing. Seriously, you can't. It won't work at all. You need to be able to know all those things to be able to achieve. So people, let me just say, celebrity fitness trainers or exercise physiologists, professionals in the world, they go through all these things to be able to know what they're doing. And that is what will differentiate you from every other person that says he's a fitness trainer in the world. Because you know what you're doing and you're taking all those things seriously, and you're using those things to achieve goals. Because there's no way, it's not magic. If you follow all these principles and you take on a client for weight loss and you're following all those principles, there's no way the person will not achieve those goals, because you've already gotten all those indexes, you've put all those things together, you've done your calculations and all that, and you're now using that to create a plan, and you're following that plan. There's no way you'll miss it. And of course, it has to be safe. When you're working out, there are forms. You might go on YouTube and see the form of doing a push-up, and it's totally wrong. A very good secret for forms is making sure that your spine is straight, chest out, your shoulder width apart. Those are basic things. But if you're watching the YouTube video, or you're just going online, you might not see these things, and you're just giving people wrong exercise forms, which are not safe. When you're taking someone through an exercise or physical activity, it has to be safe. Of course, in every other in West Africa, or nobody will sue you for doing any unsafe exercise. But of course, in this other side, if you are doing exercises that are not safe, or you train someone and the person gets injured, you'll be sued and you pay a fine or you might end up in jail. Probably. So you have to make sure exercises that you're doing are safe and efficient. Efficient means that if you're taking someone through an exercise plan, is it productive? You can't be taking someone an exercise plan and say you're a fitness professional and you take the person for over 3 months and the person doesn't achieve anything now. It has to be productive. Standards of practice. In IREP, we have in IREP we are accredited by Europe Active, so we have a standard of practice that every student must know. We have the ethics and standards of practice that you must know. As a fitness professional, are you supposed to take on clients without medical consent if they have underlying health issues? No. So that's one of the highlights you should know. Like basically, you can't take on anybody that has underlying medical issues without a doctor's consent. You need to know that. You're a fitness trainer, for example, and you're giving out nutritional plans. You're prescribing drugs. For example, maybe the person is building muscle and the person has some joint issues. You begin to prescribe supplements and all that. That is wrong in professional standard of practice. You need to be able to refer. If the person needs supplements or whatever and the person needs to achieve his goals, refer this person to a dietitian or a nutritionist. That's why, like I listed in the job opportunities, we are under the allied health care sector, and there are a lot of people under us that we can just refer. So you should refer in terms of achieving goals with your clients. Basic business principles. Of course, Tosin is the business guy, and he must have, I don't know if he really spoke about that in the spa, but basic business principles are like stuff like marketing, knowing your market, your target market, doing some SWOT analysis, for whatever business you're trying to do. You're trying to create a niche out of the fitness business itself. You need to be able to know what you from your target market. You need to know what capital you need for whatever your for whatever sector you're going. Maybe you want to say you're an aerobic dance guy, you're a calisthenic guy, you're a CrossFit trainer, so there are different. Maybe you're a possible trainer, like even a possible, you can be a possible trainer. So you need to know what are your basic requirements. And of course, in terms of principles, I'm sure those might shed more light on that if you have any questions of that, or Joe might shed more light on that in terms of the business itself of fitness. This is just ETC, etc.